All right, guys. I'm back. Like I said, I'd be. Let's tap in, see what's going on. Beloved ancestor spirit guys, to the Most High God, I call on Archangel Michael for protection. Anybody sending anything physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, please block and blind them. I call back our energy and send theirs back with full forgiveness in all forms to the universe at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To the Most High God. Hey, hey. All right, so family, let me know if y'all would like to be put on the list for the special for $15. Okay, for a mini read on career, love, or just live spiritual messages, ancestor messages from your people. Let's like this in here, double cleansing here, y'all. Okay. Yeah, VG had to go rest. I'll cook some dinner. Hold on just 1 second, y'all. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, it's, well, that's because I cut it off. But I had a phone call. Hey, hey, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. I mean, Saturday. What's going on? Happy Sunday, okay? Oh, you said it's Monday there? Okay. What they say, it's Saturday or Monday somewhere. What's going on, y'all? We're going to tap into the energy. Y'all, I'm running a $15 special on mini reads. If you want advice on your career, love life, spiritual messages, yeah. Just life in general, okay? I got you. Just let me know when I put you on the list. Y'all, you can send it to my Cash App or my PayPal, okay? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, Empress, I got you. Send it to my Cash App or PayPal, baby.
Yo, I told him, I said VG got the T. Get it from him.
Yeah.
$15 special. VG got the T.
JB, you know there was a time that VG used to love cocaine. They used to be my thing. All the way back in my past, okay? And now I love sobriety. Have you ever heard that cocaine was a rich man's drug? Yeah, I was poor. Maria, you said you need some tea? Okay. See, that's the thing about, accountability. When you can take accountability for what you used to do in your past, um, it feels so good, right? Because you can expose yourself. Okay, come on through, baby. Listen now. And you know what's so crazy, y'all, is in my days where I was very, very codependent, I was a binge addict, right? I would do this and then I'd stop, then I would do that and then I would stop and then I'd go back to this, right? But my main thing was alcohol, right? I dibbled and dabbled in the cocaine and the pills and the meth, Xanax, okay? Roxy's, all that stuff, right? But my main codependency I would always go back to was alcohol. Yeah. Because it would help me forget. Because I would get so blind running drunk that I couldn't see what I was seeing, right? And I was trying to block my seer's gift. Okay? Nope, I never done crack cocaine. That's one thing I never done. Yeah. They are. Because I truly feel like if you're a person of addiction and recovery right now, during your active addiction, can I tell you something? You was possibly seeing things, hearing things, and you didn't know how to handle that, right? Cause see, I knew as a young girl that I could see things and I could hear things, and I was seeing the other side, but it scared the shit out of me. And whenever I hopped in, because I started drinking alcohol at the age of 13, and it helped take that away because I was suppressing it, right? And I didn't understand what I was doing to my physical body, right? Because I was trying to suppress this over here, not knowing that the physical, what it was doing to my physical body. Um, because it got to a point where, like at the age of 17, 18, I needed that drink. I needed to go turn up, and it was like I would stop for a little bit, but then I would always go back to it. Um, and it was very frustrating. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, but that's why I tell people, don't be ashamed of. You need to tell your story. Like you need to tell people, because maybe there's a part of your story that could help somebody. Like where I would see, and what's so dangerous about being a binge addict is, 1 week, you're taking uppers, the next week you're taking downers. You see what I'm saying? And you don't realize that's staying in your body from last week. So if you're on like a downer, saying benzos, okay, now I'm taking this, but then the next week I get a hair in my ass, and then I'm gonna do some cocaine. You see, then I'm doing cocaine. So it's like, but I still have this Xanax in my system from last week, which doesn't leave. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, now I'm speedballing. And that is the danger of being a binge addict, and doing one thing and stopping this and doing this and doing that. You see what I'm saying? And it's really, really important, because people need to be educated. Unless you have actually done this, I can't relate to somebody that read a book. I need to talk to somebody that's actually been on these type of things, been through these things, right? Because see, you're going to be able to tell me how them emotions felt, how your body felt. I remember whenever I was coming off of Xanax, I was at work, and my doctor had got shut down, and I couldn't get no Xanax, and I remember sitting in the warehouse and just started seizing. It's like 100 degrees outside. Started having seizures, y'all, and I fell over in the basket. Got picked up, went to the hospital. Okay, Maria. And that was a scary moment, because that seizure could have had me brain dead. I could have lost, whatever, right? But see, I didn't know I didn't understand what type of drug I was taking, because I was going through so much. My anxiety was so bad. So it was like, okay, go over here. I'm going to get this and I'm going to be okay. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I didn't understand what it was doing to my own physical body. Because that Xanax now, I'm craving that. My body needs it now. And I couldn't get it, and then my body started reacting. See, your body reacts once you become codependent on something. So that's why we need to learn about, okay, while we're out here around people, places, and things that likes turning up, what the fuck you turning up on? And how are you going to be in 6 months if you don't have that drug, or that alcohol, or that medicine? You see what I'm saying? We don't look at that at the point in time whenever we start overindulging in it. We're just looking at what we need to suppress. Okay? And it's really, really important. Okay? And with these holiday seasons, I know that, we got people that's going through things. You've lost people. You're grieving. Things like that. But I need you to turn to therapy. I need you to turn to counseling. Listen now. Some of us spiritual readers out here, we are fucking counselors, because we've been there. We done grieved. We know what it is. Right? Don't go and pick that drink up. Don't go pop that Xanax. Don't go, with your coping mechanism. I need for you to sit with that, okay? I need for you to sit with it. I need you to cry, okay? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. See, death doesn't affect me the way that it affects everybody else, because I understand that everything has an expiration date, right? And the physical body goes, but the spirit's still here, right? A lot of people don't know how to handle this. Um, and I'm gonna be honest. Do you really know what that person was going through that passed away? Are they now finally able to rest in peace? Now, this is gonna be a hard pill for some people to swallow, but like my grandmother, she was suffering. Why would I want to be selfish and have her still laying here in this bed on a machine that's breathing for her? Okay? Prime example. If you know that somebody is suffering and somebody's going through something, that's like watching somebody lay there and die of cancer. Who wants to watch that? Because I know I don't, right? Do you see how I look at things? And it's and also I feel like, whenever you lose somebody, let's look at the circumstances. Let's look at the situation. What was going on in their life? Was they overindulgent? Were they codependent? Was they in the streets? There is also a lesson of somebody passing. Okay? And maybe that's something that we've got people now that's sitting and saying, you know what? Wow, I didn't realize that I was out here wilding like this. I didn't realize I could be on somebody's t-shirt. Because so many people take advantage of just getting that next breath the next day. Because see, look, that same person that had plans for the next day, they didn't make it, right? So be grateful. And look at this and say, you know what? How can I change my life? I don't know who needs to hear that tonight. Uh-huh. Right. And see, Empress, I feel like she's coming through and saying, baby, I ain't suffering no more. I'm okay. She's resting. Finally, she's resting. She's saying that all that, the worry and, the 10 years of y'all being estranged and all of this stuff, all that sickness manifested in her body. And she said it's so much that she wasn't able to explain. Okay, okay. So your mom is telling me that she's watching over her. Um, your daughter's very depressed. She's in a very dark place, okay? And I'm getting something about a cutter, okay? I don't know if that's been a problem in the past, or maybe she's around some people like this. Um, that's very, very scary, because whenever I was in rehab, I was in a room with a cutter. Um, and it was real scary. Because it was like, when she laid there and she cut herself, all her pain went away. And like the blood was just leaking out of her arm. And like I freaked out, because I'm like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. Like this is crazy. Like, please get me out of here. I was so scared. And I'm not, listen, y'all. That's why I like, listen, you work in the medical field, baby, hands to you, okay? Because I don't fuck with blood, okay? Hey, I do not do blood, right? And I was like, it freaked me out, right? So I went and I beat on the door and I was like, she's in here bleeding. I need some help. But it was like, she released her pain like that. Oh, okay. It's all good. Thank you, thank you. Okay. You know when, okay, that's what I'm picking up on. She may work with people that's like that. Okay. Um and she internalizes their pain, right? A lot of people that work in the medical field, they, and I've heard this from them, right? Because I got quite a few clients that work in the medical field, and they tell me, like, I will bring my job home with me. And she needs to learn how to leave that at work, right? And not bring it home with her. Does that make sense? Like, after you get off work, make sure you come in and cleanse and take your ass to the gym and transmute that energy and get it off of you. Her spiritual hygiene is very, very important, because we walk in, okay, and we're catching all of this energy, and it's very, very important that we cleanse ourselves. And maybe this is something that you can have a talk with her about, like not wearing her shoes in the house, okay? Maybe changing, like if she has a garage, go on and take all them clothes off, okay? And change in the garage and have a pair of sweatpants and t-shirt and go hop in the shower and get that energy off of her. And it's really, really important. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because what we're doing is we're pulling this energy, right, from people. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to have this, okay? So that's really, really important, right? You want to make sure that you don't have them type of energies that you're taking home with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's exactly right. Yeah. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's more about, keeping up with it. Because, see, can I tell you something? If she's drinking, she's getting spirits attached to her. And that can be very, very dangerous. Because that's why it's called wine and spirits, and you don't want to get that attached to you. Yeah. Because, see, this is the thing, is we can be very spiritual, but sometimes we can fall back into our old ways. And that's what we don't want to do. Or we don't want to find a new coping mechanism over here, right? It's just not no good for us. We want to steer clear of things like this right here, and not let this take over us. Because, see, it's going to start out socially, and then all of a sudden the body's going to be physically dependent on it. See, that's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, D, that's exactly right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, being a mom, a full-time mom and a full-time working mom, they do tend to find coping mechanisms like a glass of wine. to wind down, right? And I'll tell you what, it's hard because you don't worked all day. You're tired. You just want to wind down. We got to find different ways to wind down, right? Than going and drinking a glass of poison that eventually is going to have us spiraling out of control. Hey, hey. What's the beloved ancestor got to say? Yeah, that's boundaries. She needs to practice these boundaries and be this warrior right here because whoever she's dealing with is really not no support team, okay? Why do I feel like your daughter is gifted, okay? And the spirit's trying to come to her and she's scared and she don't know what to say. She don't know what to do. Because can I tell you something about some spiritual people? They want to block their gifts off because they're afraid. Because they don't know how to feel about it. And I mean, I totally get it. It is very scary. Because this is the start of her awakening. Tell her to stop burning sage and burn Palo Santo. That's significant too. Something about when she burns sage, it brings something on. And I don't think that she should be using sage. Yeah, something about that. You know, some people can't use sage. Because, see, she's a very solid mentor and coach here. She doesn't need to forget why she's doing what she's doing either. Because, you know, that's the thing. And this woman said it the other day. It was very, very significant. She said people lost passion for jobs and careers. They're only doing it for the money. Like and it was from a nurse. A nurse was like, doing the job that I do, this is my passion. I love to help people. It's not even about the money for me. It's not the degree. It's not anything. And so many people have lost sight of things, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So do you see what I'm saying? It's like, don't lose sight. I know we all got bills to pay, right? But we can't lose sight of why we're tapping into our purpose and our creativity and why we want to go out and help people. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because that's really important. I heard that sage is making her feel uncomfortable because I don't know what she's bringing up with that sage. It could be where she's living as well. I don't know. There's something there, though. She don't need to be burning that sage. And she needs to clean her house with Florida water. You need to tell her that. Her house needs a spiritual cleansing. Especially if she's working from home. That's another thing. And then you got to think, eventually she travels to Texas, right? What is she bringing back home with her? We need to think about all of these things. You're traveling, you're getting on a plane. Could you be bringing something back with you, right? Oh, baby, that's why the energy's feeling like that. Yeah. That's all you had to say was Memphis. Memphis is dark and demonic as hell. Yeah. How'd you feel when you went to Memphis? Cause baby, listen, Memphis is dark. Like, hey, when I went down on my way there, I was telling a story, Empress, about how my stomach hurt so bad. See, I'm too light to be in a dark place like that. That place is so dark down there in Memphis. It's too much. Like my stomach was hurting so bad, I had to go to the doctor, and he told me you got a clean bill of health. He said ain't nothing wrong with you, and I'm like, okay, why is my stomach? Cause it was like, but the closer that I left, um, Memphis and come back toward Nashville, the better my stomach felt, right? And it was like, okay, what's going on here? I don't know what's going on down south right there in that corner of Memphis, but it's dark. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Germantown. It's like Memphis has its, like, okay, you know how New Orleans has its own thing? That's how Memphis is. Okay? Mm-hmm. Right. Cause see, look, the thing that Memphis and Louisiana, I mean New Orleans have in common is they have that one street where everybody goes and they party and they drink. Okay. You got Beale Street and you got Bourbon Street, right? Out there in Memphis, you got Beale Street. Everybody goes there to party, right? And that's ancient. There's a lot of spirits there, right? Okay, like there is everywhere. But these are ancient spirits, okay? And everybody going down here and partying. You go to New Orleans, right? You go on Bourbon Street, right? It's its own little place, you know. So it's like during the day it's cool, but at nighttime, when the sun goes down and the moon comes up, oh, the energy's like day and night. It flips. It goes real dark. Right down there where the French Quarters is, right? It goes dark. It's like you just got to be there, soul family, to feel what I'm talking about. And I didn't even go near Beale Street whenever I was in Memphis, right? I was in the rough parts. So I could just imagine what was over here downtown where I didn't go. Right? But that's something that Memphis and New Orleans have in common. They have that one place where everybody goes and parties, but that's ancient. Like where we stayed at in New Orleans, literally, y'all, we stayed in a it was almost like a little room, okay? And it was right there on in the French Quarters. And the balcony went downhill like this, okay? When we was there. The bathroom floor, the whole fucking thing was like slanted. The bathroom floor, like it was okay. The floor was like here, and then it went down smaller and smaller because everything was going down, right? And it was like wow, because this place was born. This place was born. You're talking about they've been there for shit. How many years? I think this place was built in like the 1600s or 1700s that we were staying in. So yeah, it was wild. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's good that they're able to get out of there because I'm saying that place is it. Yeah, It's just it carries its own energy, and it's very ancient, right? 42, 42. Something about 1942. Something happened down through there, and yeah. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Like if you see stories of people talking about how like when they went to New Orleans, and the people that live there will tell you not to go to certain parts, okay, because there's different parts that you just need to stay away from. She's protected. She gonna be all right. But see, down there, she just gonna have to be careful of like the people that she deals with and things like that. New Orleans got its own type of energy. Yeah. Baby, you just keep sending protection her way. Spirit's getting her out of there. I feel like when they get down to Florida, your daughter's going to be exploring more options in her life. And it's going to be for the better. Because something about her going back and forth to Houston, Texas is something she wants to get out of doing. And I don't blame her. Okay? I feel like when she goes to Houston, sis, it's like some kind of entity tries to attach to her, but it can't attach to her. But it does wear her down. Look, Ginger will tell you about New Orleans. They only got a special kind of energy. Baby, it's different down there. Hey, listen. You gotta be ready, okay? That type of energy down there, from like during the day it's cool, but at nighttime, oh, you can feel the whole shift of how, yeah. Okay, Maria, what is it that you need to know, babe? Yeah, Maria, if you want to go ahead and go get the baby down and you come back, I'll be here for a little bit. Yeah. Mommy duties is calling. I understand. No problem. Yeah. And see, I'm gonna tell you why the energy in New Orleans is so strong like that. Because the people in New Orleans believe in the craft that they do. Okay? Just like overseas. That's why the energy is so strong, because these people truly believe in what it is they believe in and what they do. Yes. Yes. And they believe that they're vampires. And they bring on that energy. And you have certain parts of the town, they call that, it's a vampire, city. Just like you got Voodoo City, you got different parts, of Louisiana, New Orleans. They truly, truly believe in their craft and who they are and what they do, and you can't tell them nothing else. Then you have the old ancient stories. Like whenever we was down there, our friend stayed in an Airbnb right next to Maria Laveau's house. You me tell you how wild that was. Her house is here, okay? Y'all, on the other side of the wall, my friends was staying here. Okay, so it was like when you walked into their little place, that it was right over here. Okay? But see, it didn't scare me though. Because I respect who she was and who she is, right? It didn't scare me. I thought it was pretty cool, but there was a guy that was walking in her house, and they're actually making her house into a museum now. And me and my husband, we stopped and we talked to the guy, and I was like, "Do you live there? Like, is?" He's like, "Yeah, sometimes." But the guy was kind of like nonchalant and really didn't like want to talk to us or whatever. But yeah. I don't know if they did or not, because I know that they went out and they turned up and was drinking, right? So like the time that you're actually like supposed to be laying down, they was down there on the strip and from the French Quarters getting turned up. So I don't think they got to like fully experience what was going on next door, because they was out on the strip. So I think like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I guess whenever they was coming in, the sun was coming up, right? So yeah, but they never said anything. They never, yeah. Excuse me. Okay, Maria, what we pulling on for you? So you said the song. Okay, sis, let me do. I got another mini read I gotta do. Okay, if you want to dive into the energy, we can. Send your payment over. I'm doing $15 mini reads. Okay, and we can dive into the energy and see what's going on. Listen, I'm gonna say this: whatever property you living on, somebody don't want you there. Somebody don't want you there. Okay, just hold on. You said you know a place like this, Maria. Yeah, tell me what's going on. Teresa, hold on 1 second. Oh no, I wasn't talking to you, love. I was talking to Teresa. Oh, my nose is itching. No, it's okay. you talking about? Devastated about her abuse of drugs. Who are you talking about? No. No, don't get rid of him. I don't need you to pray for me, baby. That was my past. Shit. You need to go on back. You need to listen. Chill. That's VG's past, okay? I need you to sit and listen and stop jumping to conclusions, okay? Yeah, that was a part of that was a part of my awakening. Let's just say that. Okay, I'm busy right now. I don't got time for this, okay? Let me go on and move on. I'm trying to help somebody. All right, Miss Maria. Yeah. Maria, why I feel like there's some people around you that's haunted. They're being haunted by whatever they've tried to do to you. And there's some weird shit happening. Yeah. And I feel like whoever this is, they went and they binded themselves to some kind of darkness here. And they don't know what they was playing with. I don't know if somebody had a Ouija board or something calling on spirits. Because you remember the other night when you was talking and I said something about Santeria and something here. Did somebody conjure up something and they didn't know what they was doing here? I feel like this is like somebody that went and also like... you know, you got some of them people that's on the internet and they're like, oh, do this spell and this will stop this and do this spell and blah, 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 right? Somebody skipped a step, okay? They didn't know what the fuck they was doing. Period. Like, something about this. And your psychic awareness is on point. You know this too, okay? And somebody been devoted to this and you just been sitting over here in this discipline energy. Doing what you need to do, right? Somebody don't show appreciation. Because it's like they keep coming to watch to see or they want to find out like if this is working. Have you had somebody call you and ask you if you're sick or something like that? Are you okay? What's going on with you? And I need you to pay attention. Them several people that called and asked you if you're okay and asked you if you're sick or anything, they're the ones doing work on you. You need to block their asses. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. Folks be telling on themselves, okay? Folks be telling on themselves, trying to see or trying to have some kind of communication with you to see what's going on with you, to see with whatever they're sending to see if it's working. Okay, checking your temperature, seeing what's going on. And they use these events and these holidays and stuff like that to come in. I don't mean to laugh, I'm sorry, but why are you calling to see what you cause see she's competing with your gifts. Cause she knows that you're psychically aware of what the fuck she's doing over here. See? You see what I'm talking about? How is it your own mama, though? How you going to call and ask me if because I'm not sick, now it's a problem? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? You see what I'm... Baby, these people are special kind of evil out here. And the next question is, are you... Listen, where did you come from? Cause see, you walk through this door of spirit, and baby, she been nervous ever since. So what is it in her past that she doing that she don't want you picking up on? And she's scared. And that she's sending the sickness toward you. You know when people send that sickness toward you, they get it eventually. You know that, right? And listen, I witnessed this before, right? But it took a long time, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. My daughter's 21. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I found out that I had cervical cancer when I was pregnant with her. Right? And the doctor was like, you know, we're going to have to go in. We're going to have to do surgery after you have her, blah, blah, blah. You're in the third stage of it. Well, the night before I went into surgery, me and her father got to fighting and arguing. And he told me that he hoped that I die on the table and they'd never get the cancer out. Well, can I tell y'all something? A couple years ago, I got some news and I was like, oh wow. Y'all, I did not connect that with that until maybe about a year or two ago. And I was like, oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Can I tell you something, Maria? You already got the inheritance. It's your gift. You inherited your spiritual gifts from your grandmother. Do you know a lot of people don't realize that their inheritance is their gift? That is your gift. That's your inheritance. She passed that down to you because she knew how evil your motherfucking mama was. Okay? And see, she's upset because you won't do nothing evil with your gift. Can I tell y'all that's why a lot of the spiritual community is hated? Because we refuse to do bad things with our gifts. We want to help others. We don't want to hurt others. So whenever somebody knows that you embody that power and have that gift, right? See? Pay attention, class in session. That's why you're so good at astrology. Because it's within your DNA, baby. It runs through your blood veins. Right? So a lot of this runs through our blood and through our veins. And it's just like, have you ever read an astrology book and you're over here and you're like, okay, why do I feel like this is deja vu? Because you already know this shit. You just got to awaken and get ready to get back to it, right? Like I was telling you with what I do. It's like this is me. This is what I do. I can't turn it off, right? I don't give a fuck how many drinks I have, how many pills I pop, no matter what it is, okay? Yeah, I can't turn it off. Because see, now I've done ascended so much that my body's not going to let me even put the poison in there. Okay? So somebody could be going through this. Like, have you tried to eat like certain foods and your body rejects it? You go straight to the bathroom. You're ascending. That's what that is. That's like, I can't eat certain foods. I can't certain smells. I can't be around certain energies. Because I have done ascended so high that I can't be around certain people, places, or things because it makes me sick. That's your body. So once you tapped all the way in, there's no going back to this over here and going back to this and going back to your homegirls over here and all of this stuff, right? Yes. You see? So that's what I'm saying, Maria. She don't understand that your grandmother is not going to let her be around you. Because she done handed you the motherfucking assignment and you understood it, okay? So now it's time for you to get to work, and you're saying that you can look at somebody's astrology chart and pull things out from their past and their future, right? I need you to get to work. That's your inheritance right there. Get to work. You know how many people need a birth chart reading? Child, listen, I got somebody right now who's needing somebody to read a chart for him. Y'all, Maria's right here. I'm always talking about astrology and getting your chart read. Maria, listen. People need your damn help, okay? Because you're like, okay, Dorothy on the yellow brick road, okay? The wizard, they trying to get there, okay? But they need that chart. They need to know certain things about their past, about their future, what they're supposed to do. Because, man, I'm going to tell you something. That changed my life. When I got my birth chart read, that shit changed my whole life. And it helped me really get on my career path. So that's like whenever people started doubting me and they're like, oh, you ain't supposed to do this. I'm sitting here saying, child, you don't even know what the half are you talking about. Shit, talk about it if you want to. You see what I'm saying? Now back to you, Teresa. I don't know where you live at or who used to live in that place, but they don't want your ass there, okay? I don't know if you live in an old family home or what's going on, but that is a unsettled spirit that has some unsettled business. Now, Maria's more welcome to chime in, but I'm just telling you, that's an unsettled spirit. There it is. And paranormal activity, things like that happen when a spirit does not want you in that house. When they feel like that is their home or their property, their belongings, right? They will run everybody out of there. Have you ever seen that one creepy house that nobody moves into? That's why. Because the realtor don't tell them that somebody died in that house, and that old lady don't want nobody live in her damn house. Because what it is the right person ain't moved in that house, because there's something here. I can't. Oh, okay. She's pissed. This woman is pissed. You see how my whole device just fell? She's pissed. She wants you to get out of her house. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah. Now you just take heed to the warning. Mm-hmm. See, this is the thing. This is why we be telling people not to play with spirits and things like this, because there was something done in that house and that woman's unsettled about it. I don't know what the hell's been going on, who was in and out of there, but there's somebody. Listen, she wants everybody off her property. I would do some research on that place. That's why I'm asking you if that's a relative's house or not. Is that a relative's house? Did somebody steal her shit and they let you move in? I mean, what's the backstory here? Because I need the backstory to fill in some details. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense because the owner stole this house from this spirit. The owner, that's not the real owner. And this spirit is coming to me saying, tell that bitch to get out of my house. The reason she's coming to you is because she knows that you can feel her, see her, and everything. Because you recognize her being there, because you recognize the other side. Do you see what I'm saying? They come to us who they know they can see, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know, right? Like, I can go in somebody's house and I can tell you who's there with them. And, I mean, listen, a lot of times I don't say nothing unless they just want to know, but sometimes that spirit wants to be known. Hey, I'm sitting right here, okay? And I know what the fuck is going on, right? So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something happened on that property. That property right there, there's something ain't right, okay? And you saying that woman's lived there since she was 16. Baby, listen. I feel like that girl's parents stole that property from this beloved ancestor that's over here making all this ruckus here, okay? And it's so well, Miss Teresa, that you come in here and you're saying this, because I have been picking up on certain properties was stolen from certain people back then, okay? And now it's been passed down, and a lot of people didn't get that property, but that rejection was for somebody's protection. You see what I'm saying? Because that was cursed land, because somebody stole it from somebody. And I feel like she's trying to get your attention, because she knows that you can feel her, see her, everything. You acknowledge the spirit realm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So what you need to do is calm that spirit down. Light a white candle and calm the spirit down. And see if she'll give you a message to try to fix whatever it is that she needs. Okay? You want to calm that spirit down and figure out what's going on. Because listen, let me tell you something. I lived in a house, right? The old woman loved me. Okay? She didn't like the people that lived there with me. And she done everything that she could to get them out of that house. And when they was gone, she was happy. You want to know why she didn't like them? Because they was bad for me and they was bad to me. And they treated me really bad and they was taking advantage of me. And she did not like that. She loved me because the work I done and how I helped others and my heart. Yeah. She did not like the people that lived in my home with me because she knew that they had bad intentions. No, she's not. She just needs to get your attention. Because it's like a backstory with every spirit, right? That's like when I say, okay, with this. When people pass, their physical body's gone, right? But their spirit's still here. That's what they call supernatural and paranormal and all this stuff. I'm going to call it their spirit because that's what it is, right? Their spirit comes in and they still have an untold story, especially if there was injustice that happened. So let's go back, right? Say in the 13 or 1400s, okay? That's when this property was built here, or something happened on that land. That could be a beloved ancestor from so far back then, okay? And they're coming back to tell the story. Y'all, my husband wants to show y'all his homemade Rice Krispie treats that I made him last night. Yeah. So, do you see what I'm saying? It's like they come back and they have unfinished business. That's why we talk about like trickster spirits and different things like that when you're tapping in. When you're calling on, you need to be calling on your beloved ancestors, right? Your unknown beloved ancestors. You just don't want to be calling on any ancestor, okay? That's something my mentor, she taught me. She said, because you'll be calling on cousin Poo-Poo over here, okay, or Pookie, who has some unfinished business that was out in the streets and ready to go shoot the town up. And then you bring that spirit in, and they gonna come over here, and it's about to really, really, like, you know, make some shit happen, right? Yeah. So it's just, you know, sometimes, and see, I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes we go to a place. When I lived in, and see, listen, that was not the first, that was the second house. Oh my gosh, you just made me have an epiphany. That's the second house I moved into. The old lady in both of them houses, y'all, moved the same people out. Literally, the first house, y'all, she gave this one person pneumonia. And I think the person slept in that room where she slept, and the closet door would open up. He'd put some up against the door. The closet door would open up, right? All right. The next house that this person moved in with me, she done the same thing. She kept messing with the closet door, and she kept making him sick. And one night, y'all, I was laying on the couch in the second house, okay? This happened like 2 years ago. I seen the Grand Reaper go into the door of that bedroom. Okay, baby. I seen the Grand Reaper go into that door, and I was like, oh, shit. Well, the next day, the little girl that I have known ever since, I've known her mama since we was knee-high to a grasshopper. Her daughter come down there. Y'all ready for this? She had drew a casket on her hand while she was at school. She stopped by, and she asked me, she said, Sherry, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. She had that casket written, colored on her hand. She said, I seen the Grand Reaper. I said, you seen the Grand Reaper? She said, yeah. I said, I seen him too. She said, he was coming to get that bad man that's in your house. Y'all, she was 11 years old. 11 years old, okay? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, and until that person moved out of that house, I would go outside by the woods and I would see the Grand Reaper standing there. And until that person got away from me, okay, that Grand Reaper stood there at the edge of the woods. I don't know if that person in that room was like, listen, I'm leaving. But I'm telling you something. It was so crazy. Because it was like in October, I was like, everybody got to go. Okay? And it was just something, y'all, in my spirit. I had to get these people away from me. Okay? I don't know what it was, but I had to get these people away from me. Because I couldn't take it anymore. My spirit would not let me. That's how I knew. I was like, okay, I just can't do this, right? So now I keep my distance. Because it's like, that was a warning. And that's the second house that the same situation happened in. But it was two different spirits that was coming to warn me. And the old ladies both owned this house at one point in time. Because see, the first house I lived in, the owner's husband would not come into the house, y'all. He built another side of the house as like his man cave. And that's where he stayed in that house. It was so weird. So like one day I was riding past there after I moved out, and I seen the woman standing in the window. I stopped. I couldn't help myself. I was like, I gotta go see her. And somebody I knew lived there, and I knocked on the door, and I was like, hey. And I was like, I just seen something in the window. And the chick that lived there is a Pisces. She said, yes, the woman that used to live here. She was like, she passed on a lot of years ago. Because see, her grandmother owned that house. So she knew the background on it, right? Y'all, these people be knowing stuff. I'm telling you. And I was like, she was like, yeah, she said she's protecting the kids from her. She kept saying she's protecting the kids, but the kids, this is the thing, y'all. When she was 15, she was doing witchcraft up there in the thing. What's it called? The attic. Okay, you go up there. I went up there and I searched when I lived in that house, and you could tell it had been burnt at some point. Because she was up there doing witchcraft in that woman's house. And where he built the fucking other side of the house, that's right there where the attic was. Okay? And he would always ride by there. He'd always try to come cut the yard. He was weird, y'all. This woman's husband was weird as hell. And I'd be like, I didn't tell you to come cut my yard, because he'd pull up and be like, you owe me $30. I said, no, the fuck I don't. Like, why do I owe you $30? He said, because I went over and mowed your yard. I said, I didn't tell your ass to go over and do a damn thing. Why are you going over and mowing my damn yard? I have a mower. I can mow it myself. You see what I'm saying? But it was like, y'all, that man cannot stay away from the house. He would stand out there. I caught him. I pulled up from lunch one day. He's standing out there and he smoked cigarettes, right? Y'all, shit you not. This man stood out there and smoked a half a pack of cigarettes. They was down in my yard, and I looked down. And I was like, how long you been here? And I looked down on the ground. There was a half a pack of cigarettes. This motherfucker done stood there and smoked in my yard. I don't know what the fuck happened in that house with him and his wife and his granddaughter, but it was, y'all, they was so crazy. And she could never sell this house. So she would rent it out to different people. Okay? So then, but look, Kim, I moved into another house. And another spirit ran off the same people that was with me in that last house. Years back. In 2017. 2018. Okay? So then I moved into this other one. In 2022. The refrigerator broke down. The plumbing started fucking up. All of this stuff started happening. Okay? My landlord had to bring a new refrigerator. Then the fucking, the septic tank outside got stocked up. All of this stuff, right? Y'all know that's all spiritual signs of negative, bad energy. And it was like I could tell the people that was living with me was real antsy. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, but that's what it was. Somebody could be going through this right now. Y'all remember how I said somebody living on a piece of land that is haunted and they don't know it and the spirit wants them off of there? Y'all, this shit be real. That plantation just didn't catch on fire, okay? Them beloved ancestors wanted to be freed. Y'all remember the plantation in New Orleans that caught on fire? They freed themselves, okay? There's mysterious things that happen and they're like, oh, there's no way that could happen. Shit. I'm telling you, sis, it was so crazy. That man sit there and smoked a half a pack of cigarettes. Okay, Maria, what's your question? Y'all, I was like, why is he so scared? But then I started looking up the stuff in the town, right? Y'all know they hung a witch in 1904 in that town where I was living in the first house. So now, the whole town is cursed. Yeah. And the family that hung the witch back then wrote a book about it. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's real interesting. I was like, so y'all wrote a book about this and what you done in 1904? But y'all, this town was so familiar to me whenever I walked in there. And the person that read my birth chart told me that I was there. Okay? Pay attention, class and session. Sometimes you go somewhere and it's like, you been there before? No, I haven't. Down in Memphis? No, No, I'm not kidding you. Yeah, you can look it up. They wrote a book about it. You can buy it on Amazon. It's fucking nuts. I was like, what in the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Yeah, y'all are all fixing to get moved. Yes, that's what happens. You know what's so crazy about that story right there about the piece of the pyramid? There was somebody from my past, his cousin, went to the Bell Witch cave. Okay? And he took a rock out of there. And sis, when I tell you his life has been so fucking crazy and in and out of prison, I mean, his drug addiction is so bad. Like, I mean, it's every time you turn around, it's one thing going on. This is happening. Baby mama going crazy. Kid, all this stuff. Man, that man's life is flipped upside down. I'm telling you. And guess what I told him? You, sir, need to take that rock back where you got it. Okay? Y'all need to stop touching stuff that y'all ain't got no business touching. Okay? Y'all were over here and y'all meddling and you're grabbing on stuff and this stuff was placed there for a reason. That could have been that rock. I don't give a fuck what it was. That rock could have been just some type of protection. Okay, now you done bothered somebody that's passed on, and they're saying, "Bring me my shit back." What are you doing? So do y'all see what I'm saying? That's like, have you ever seen a real beautiful house and nobody lives there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense too. Hell yeah, she got to take it back. She better do something and get that shit up out of there. Listen now. That's like, y'all, that's something else too. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you, like, I can feel that energy whenever there is an item that you're not supposed to have. Y'all, and I don't know how long y'all been watching me, but like, I'll tell somebody, I'll be like, I don't know who gave you that item, but you better get it the fuck on somewhere, get it away from you. Take it back where it come from. I don't know. Do something with it. Because remember, we always talk about items and energy, right? You want to be careful when you go in and you're getting stuff. Okay? I'm good. And that's really, really important, because that's like going and buying your wedding set from the pawn shop. Yes. Tell her to take that item back with that offering. Okay? Take the item back. Don't mail it. Take it back physically with the offering of something. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, baby. Listen now. I don't care if she got to go buy 12 dozen roses. Okay? Motherfucking make them a plate. Whatever she got to do. There you go. Shit, that don't, hey. That's like whenever you're going to the graveyard, to see your people. People always take flowers and they take offerings and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then they go and they sit and talk to them. You give an offering whenever you go in there to talk to your people, right? And then some people just go in there and sit and talk, but you need to toss a penny. You need to toss a dime just to say thank you, right? And then you need to make sure you take them shoes off and walk backwards in your house to make sure that no spirits attached to your ass. See, that's like going to a funeral. Same thing. If you can, take the clothes off. But make sure that you take them shoes off. Walk backwards in your house, okay? That's like I have a set of bells. When you open up my front door, whatever's on you is coming off. Because them bells, ding, 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 ding. Okay, we ain't doing that. That's why everybody ain't invited. Because sometimes a bell ain't gonna pull that entity out for somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, man, listen. Yeah, you got to be careful. Because there's some of these spirits that's been looking for a weak vessel, and they jump into a weak vessel, and you be like, what is wrong with you? Because they done got around something or somebody here, and now they done found them a weak vessel. Have you ever encountered somebody, and y'all know y'all heard of possessed people, right? You be like, why you act like such and such? Because that spirit got in their ass. Because that spirit done got in them. It done attach itself. And you over here and you like, why you remind me of somebody? Because spirits jump bodies. Yeah. Maria, get rid of that pendant. You want to get rid of that. I had this woman give me a necklace, before me and my husband went and got married. Literally, we was pulling out to go to Gatlinburg to get married. Y'all, she gave me this necklace. Old necklace. Probably like 30-something years. Okay? Soon as I put it in my hand, it broke. She told me to wear this necklace when I was getting married. Y'all, soon as that fucking necklace hit my hand, it broke and it started crumbling. Then we get to Gatlinburg and I open up the glove compartment where I put it, okay? Y'all, this necklace was broken to like 50 different pieces. And I told my husband, I said, that whole necklace is broke. Like crap. Like it's done. Because there was something on that piece, and whenever it hit my skin and my energy, spirit's like, hell no, you not finna wear that. Like, what? Have you ever literally bought something and then put it on and then, you know, it breaks off? It's encountered some kind of energy, and then whenever it touches you, it breaks off, right? That's like with your protection jewelry. Say you know that you just got it. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Say you just got it, right? And, you know, everything's good with it, and you walk over there and you go into your friend's house. Your tiger eye bracelet just breaks off. Bitch, it's time to go. It's time to go. Y'all, can I tell y'all something? There's a person, I always give them jewelry. Crystals. Whatever it is. Every time that I give this person a piece of protection jewelry, it breaks. Exactly. Every time, y'all. She'll call me. She'll be like, Sherry, my bracelet broke. It's you, ma'am. It's you. Okay? I done gave you an evil eye bracelet. It broke. I done gave you, I gave her a, what was it? Shit. Amethyst. Y'all, I made the necklace myself. The amethyst fell off. Not one, not two, but 3 of them. Okay? I bought her an amethyst from somebody else's store. Cleansed it. Prayed over it. Y'all, I'm telling you. Yeah. I was like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Pay attention. Because it encountered some kind of negative energy. And see, like, if you had it as soon as she gave it to you and not... Exactly. She is the damn demon. That's what I'm trying to tell you, sis. And listen, it's so crazy because that demon is still after me right now. Look, the demon calls at least 1 time a day. And I'll be over here and I'm like, okay, I'm still on the run from this demon, y'all. Yeah. That's why I had to go with the age of 16 because I'm like, bitch, I got to get away from you. Because, baby, listen. It's something on you. And I can't do it. I got to get the fuck away from you. I'm telling y'all. Listen now. And look, that's the same. Maria, I'm like you. That's the same. They be calling. They be like, are you okay? I haven't talked to you. And it's like, what are you waiting on my death certificate? What the fuck is going on here? Why you call me and ask me if I'm okay? Yeah, bitch, I'm breathing today. I'm doing just fine. Oh, have you been working? Yeah, I work every day. Why is it in your fucking business? You want to know why? Because that person is sending something consistently. If I give you... I'm trying to tell... Man. Thank you, sis. I ain't even had to say that. You said it for me. That motherfucker's so evil. Listen now. Evil. I think she might be Satan's daughter. Okay? That motherfucker right there, evil as hell. I said, boy, I ain't... And then she got caught up with some shit the other day. I found out some shit. And I'm like, here we go again with the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? With some meal. And I was like, here you go, smiling in my face again. Luckily, I'm paperless. And I don't have shit that this has to come to the mailbox. Everything comes to my email. Because, you know, the tomfuckery, the foolery is something serious. And then I said something after I figured out what was going on. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't got nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing that showed up. And I'm like, bitch, you just gonna keep on lying, huh? That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I ain't even giving it to her. I'm like, this motherfucker right here. Okay? Y'all see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers right now, they're just still sitting there doing dumb shit. And I'm like, hey, you know, boo-boo the fool, I got the email what you did. Yeah. It's just it's weird. It's like y'all play too much. Why are you still doing this tomfoolery out here? You think a motherfucker don't know what's going on? You calling every 3 days to make sure that it ain't time to put me in the casket. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on here? That's like, y'all, listen, and the crazy thing is, I just thought about this. She was like, yeah, I got to make sure that 2217 comes out every month. Y'all know what that is? That's for my life insurance. She got to make sure that she saves that 2219 that's going to pay my life insurance. Yeah. If don't nothing get paid, then motherfucking life insurance is getting paid. Yeah. No, I ain't fucking lying. Sis, I'm telling the honest God's truth. I said, did you just say that you had to... Yeah, because, listen, you're not going to be able to get them anywhere else. I said, I can go get my own life insurance policy. What do you mean I can't? Like, you act like I ain't a grown-ass woman. I can't go get my own life insurance. Yeah. In real life, y'all. So that's why, like I say, when y'all come to me, y'all tell me certain things, I'm like, oh, shit, I know. I got a real life demon. Look, she just called. She's, well, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? You still breathing? Yeah, you're not dead yet. Yeah, I'm still breathing. Yes, that's who called her.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to tell y'all, listen, and the insurance policy is only for $10,000. Damn, bitch, I'm only worth $10,000. You know what I'm saying? You over here, you're like, that's all I'm worth is $10,000, bitch. Damn, you over here, you dying for $10,000? What is going on here? Yeah. Yeah. These folks, I'm saying, listen now, it's wild. I was like, well, I'm trying to tell you shit. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What we doing with this money? What's going on here? Cause whenever no, we ain't doing none of that. Now, see, I already figured that out a long time ago, y'all. I already know what's up. But it's real strange, cause it's like, I know, right? She gonna go buy her some new rugs and a couch. And some new dishes. And she gonna pay her Walmart credit card off. Yeah, that's the plan. Y'all gotta go smoke a cigarette. Listen. She gonna pay that Walmart credit card off. And she gonna go buy some new dishes, and she gonna get her a new couch. She might fuck around and go to Ashley Furniture, okay? And she about to deck that motherfucker out. And y'all know who's coming, right? Okay, I'm gonna be there. Okay? She don't know how to online shop, sis. She's gonna go into the stores and show her face. Yeah. Hey, real shit, it is. But y'all, I gotta laugh about it, because I'm like, so you'll really, really like do some shit to make sure, you know what I'm saying, that for $10,000? Do you know what the scary thing is? Can she up the policy? See, she can't afford nothing else because she on fixed income. See, y'all need to be paying attention to what I'm telling y'all right now. Who's got a policy on you? They just can't afford the fucking. I remember her talking about getting a $500,000 policy was $500 a month. So you looked into it? You was fixing to get a $500,000 policy? Because you got the pricing. Yeah. So you went and priced it. You had somebody to call. Y'all, and it's so crazy because I called one day and there was an insurance man there. And hey, this one right. She slipped up. Because let me tell you what's going on. She on them pills. Real, real bad. She fucked up on them pills. So she be forgetting what she's saying. So it's like, it's real strange. Like she'll be saying certain things. And I be sitting there and I don't even say anything. Because, see, I'm taking in all the information. Because I know when I go over there, she going to be in a Percocet coma. Right? And she going to be leaning, tongue out of her mouth. She's going to be talking like this. She ain't going to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. And I'm getting all the tea. While she's overindulging, while she's fucked up like that, I'm getting all the tea. Because I already know what's going on. Okay, I'm worth $10,000. You done looked into a $500,000 policy. You can't afford that. You can only afford this. Listen, I just, Xanax and Percocet. Them damn muscle relaxers. Yeah. Do y'all know when people is like overindulging like that? That truth serum, that's that spirit of truth coming out of them. Like somebody gets you drunk, they telling you the truth. You listen to every word that they have to say. Because they telling you the whole truth, nothing but the truth, right? So, you know, the more truth that I get, I'm over here and I'm like, okay. I'm trying to tell you, listen now. And now that I awaken to my gift, the slimy snake is getting slimier. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'll go a couple days, and I'm like, she be up cleaning constantly. She's up cleaning. She's having a rough day. All of this stuff, right? And I'm sitting here, and you know, I'll go over there, and you can feel her just draining the energy from myself. I can feel it, and my husband too. And it's like, I can't take it. So I have to shorten the visits. You know what I'm saying? Because it's way too much. Because it's just like grabbing the energy and just sucking it out of us. Like, it's too much, right? But yeah, she'll be sitting there and she'll be nodding off, rocking. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying, over there on the side of the couch, going to sleep. And y'all, it's just a sad situation. Because one night I had a dream of this person. I walked in the apartment and her lips was purple and she was laying on the couch and she was dead. She didn't overdose. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what she wanted for me. And, you know, whenever I was in active addiction, she was so happy. She was so happy that I was fucked up like that. You know what I'm saying? And then when I come back and I walk through that door, she looked at me and she said, "You're different." I said, "Yeah, because I'm sober." When I come back and I was headed to New Orleans, she said, "You're different." Her demon seen me. And her demon got irritated. And I remember I come in on, I think, a Sunday or a Monday. Okay? And I said, "Hey, listen, I need to go to the bus station. My bus leaves at this time on Friday. You know, I'm headed to New Orleans. I'm headed out of town." She immediately got in panic mode. "Well, why are you leaving? You could just stay here with us. You don't have to go." I was like, "Nah, I need to go." Y'all, I come back, right? Well, actually, let me go back. Whenever I was going to get on the bus that Friday, she melted in my arms. Just lost her mind. "I can't believe you're leaving. I love you so much. I just can't believe you're leaving." Just, I mean, freaking out. I said, "Man, listen, I gotta go." So, I come back in from out of town. Tell me why, 4 a.m. Get in the truck. Y'all, she got on my pants, my shoes, my leather jacket. Then I left out a bunch of stuff in the closet. She had on all my clothes. And I'm ready to go eat. I done been on the bus for, man, damn near almost 2 days. I'm ready to eat. I'm like, shit, let's go to Waffle House. Let's get some food. My dad said something. And she raised up out of the seat. She said, who the fuck are you talking to? I was like, damn, you put that leather jacket on and it activated you, didn't it? The fuck is going on? So whenever I go back to the house, I notice every time she comes out the house, okay, that she's wearing my clothes. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, so whenever I get ready to move, I'm over here and I'm like, you could just have them clothes. Like, I ain't even tripping. Because she had like a whole box of them, like tucked away in the closet. And I pulled the box out. And she was like, no, that's my other stuff. Put that back. No, bitch, this is my stuff. What are you... No lie, y'all. My husband can come here and tell y'all. Whenever they moved out, right? Me and him went and bought some brand new socks. Okay? Y'all, we could not find them socks anywhere. They was gone. Couldn't find them nowhere. I was like, where's the socks at? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where they're at. You don't? You gonna sit there and you gonna tell that lie? And I said, my husband, he knows because he does the laundry. I don't do laundry, right? Y'all, these was brand new socks. They still had the fucking tag. They were still in the package. Y'all, still to this day, and that's been like 2.5, almost 3 years ago. Socks gone. Yeah. Y'all, it's some scary shit. It really is. And it's like, hey, but when you're aware, right, that's the biggest thing. You start moving different and you stop giving that entity energy. Right, because I know what's up. She ready to lay me down in a casket. Listen, now she's ready to send me to the upper room. She ready to go shopping on this $10,000. You know what I'm saying? She gonna hit Ashley Furniture. Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, listen. Yeah. It is. Hey, real shit. I was like, man, what is going on here? Like, the past week has been real enlightening. And I'm like, because then she got caught in another lie about talking to one of the other family members. Said, yeah, I haven't talked to them in like 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. Well, then she gets on her phone, y'all, and by this time she done popped a Percocet and a Xanax. She done got all lit, and I was like, okay, here we go. She gets on her phone. She's like, Siri, you know what? Lisa, I got a phone call from them the other day. But you told me that you hadn't talked to this person in 2 years. Okay, I got you, Bill. You told me you ain't talked to this person in 2 years. How is this person on your phone? Okay, God, I'm just saying this in my head. I'm like, I'm not saying that. I'm just... The other person corroborated the story. Okay. So that means that you've still been talking to this other family member, trying to get in their ear about me. And now I'm finding out, right? I'm over here and I'm like, this is wild. Like, y'all told me y'all hadn't talked to such and such in 2 years. And now this is happening. Can I tell y'all something? And the person called that day on their phone. And she said, oh, you want to talk to Sherry? Yeah. Y'all, this person was talking in code while this person was talking to me. So it's something going on here, and everybody about to fucking be exposed because the person that was on that phone has had enough. Because they've been manipulating and lying the whole time with this person over here. And I'm sitting over here, and I'm in survival mode for real. Like, I'm trying to make sure she don't collect this insurance. You know what I'm saying? The bitch don't go to the upper room with a spiked fucking lasagna or a spiked drink or a poison, pot of spaghetti type shit. You know what I'm saying? A bitch go over here and actually, go try to go down the stairs. No, I'm going the elevator. Okay, I ain't going by. Since she pushed me down, whatever, right? We ain't we ain't having no freak accidents type shit. And y'all, it's just it's wild. It really is. Um, but now, whenever you tell other people's stories, they're like, "Oh, they would just care about you. That's why they got life insurance." Nah, bitch, they trying to go shopping. Okay, I'm probably gonna get put in an urn somewhere. Okay, I probably won't even get an urn. I'll probably get put in a box. They gonna go burn my ass, and they ain't gonna put me in an urn. Okay, cause see, she needs every penny of that to go do whatever she doing over here, right? And it's like, okay, well now that I know that I'm worth $10,000, okay, cool, we good, okay, thanks, I'm out of here. Cause see, that's why y'all I feel like she was crying when I left the first time because it was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I got to get rid of her. Cause y'all, this shit's been going on since I was a kid, and see, I left home at the age of 16, anyways. Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't have no other choice because that demon didn't want me there. That demon wanted me out of the way. And I knew that at a very young age. And I think that also was like why VG hopped into codependency like I did. You know what I'm saying? Because living there with that demon at the age of 13. Because, see, that was the thing. She always stayed away. They'd always be gone. They was never home. So, I mean, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to say? Like, these people are never home. I'm always in this house by myself. Like, y'all, I slipped off and went to damn Kentucky one time. Went to Kentucky Lake. I was like 15, 14. And I called my daddy. And I was like, Dad, I need you to come get me. He said, where you at? I said, I'm in Kentucky. And she's in the background. She says, well, we don't care if you're in Kentucky. We don't care what you're doing. Stay up here with your friends. And I'm trying to get my dad to come and get me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, first of all, I done told on myself because he didn't know that I done left and went. You know what I'm saying? So they're arguing back and forth about him coming and picking me up because she don't give a fuck. She's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was just things like that, right? Yeah, and I had strict rules. Nobody was allowed to be in the house. I always had to cook. I had to clean. I had to wash the clothes. Everything had to be done a certain way. And I remember one day I was sitting out the back door and I was smoking a joint and she come in and she kicked me out the back door with her foot, with her work shoes, and kicked me in the bottom of my back and kicked me out the door and told me to get the fuck out of her house smoking that shit, right? Yeah. Okay, Miss Maria. So it was just there was a lot of things. So I was fixing to be 16 and I was like, man, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta go. I mean, of course I wasn't, an angel or anything. I done a lot of things, saying growing up. But yeah, I had to leave because facing that demon right there, you don't know, man, like, hey, it's a scary, scary situation. And that's why I'm so thankful for what I do now, because I know a lot of people's like, oh, well, I don't believe them, they're crazy. Can I tell you something? They can call you crazy if they want to, but they cannot tell you how to feel about the trauma and the things that you've been through in life, collective. Because a lot of y'all was like me. You was being abused at a very, very young age. And nobody can tell you how to feel about that. And it's like, I would rather get the life insurance policy and I'd make sure to orchestrate your death so nobody will know all what I've done to you, right? And it's sick, sinister shit like this that you don't even, man, y'all, it's hard to fathom. It really is. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Who do we got next for a reading? I had somebody say. I don't know who she is. That was a replacement that's doing all this. I don't know who she really is. See, that's another thing. Is not being somebody's child makes a lot of difference. Because you see how they treat you and how you're the black sheep, right? And that's why a lot of us are finding out, like, damn, okay, who are you? Because, yeah. Yeah. Bill, are you sending that over to Cash App or PayPal, darling? Yeah, and I guess that's why we try to numb it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I remember being like 5 or 6 going to a grandparent's house, and it was on Christmas, and I heard somebody say, hey, they was like, my dad's like, y'all didn't get Sherry nothing for Christmas. They was like, she ain't family. Why are we buying her something for Christmas? And yeah, we left, and my dad was pissed. But I mean, things like that. So being 5 or 6, you hear something like that's traumatizing. Cause I'm sitting there and I'm asking, I was like, what do they mean I'm not family? And he's like, man, fuck them people. Fuck them motherfuckers. They ain't fucking shit. And blah, blah. My daddy was my fucking old hillbilly. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm going to take you and buy you whatever you want. Fuck them. It don't even matter. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I remember my dad taking me shopping and buying me all kinds of stuff. And, that was his love language, was giving me whatever I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, even still to this day, that's his love language, is money, because he thinks he can make up for the money. And it's like, no, just tell me the truth. Tell me what's going. Why is this woman hate me so much, and what's going on here, and what's going right? Just tell me the truth, because there's no amount of money that's gonna make me feel better. You see what I'm saying? Just tell me the truth of what really happened here. And yeah, it's yeah. Because it was like somebody was saying, the competing, like very jealous, hateful, things like that. That's really, really significant, because it's like every time he would do something for me, he'd have to do it for her, and he'd have to do it better. So you said what? Yeah. Yeah, my husband seen it the other day, and he's like, did that just happen? Like, yes, it did. Y'all, if he gives me $7.85, yeah, he gonna have to give her $55.85, okay? Because he's gonna have to make sure that she gets what she needs. Because I've even heard him, that was an argument too. I don't know why you always help that bitch. I don't know why you always help her. What? Yeah. So I'm sitting here and I'm looking and I'm like, wow. Tell me how you really feel. Come on, keep talking. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, it used to make me emotional. Like, and I'd be all upset about it. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow. I'm interested now. I want you to keep talking, because I want to know how you really feel down in there. What? Say it with your chest, bitch. Say it with your chest. What's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where's all this motherfucking animosity coming from? Because, see, it's always, that's like whenever I walked in, she was like, she was like, oh my God, Sherry, you've gained so much weight. You don't ever tell a woman that she's gained weight. And I looked over at her and I was like, look who's talking, bitch. Who? What? I gained weight. Look who's talking. Who says that to their own daughter? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's strange. It's like, yeah. She always has a very, very strong opinion about, my weight, my hair, you know, my clothes, how I look, and like she, you know, and she was always like she was a name brand hoe, so that was her thing. She's like, well, I used to buy your clothes from J.C. Penney. Okay, y'all know what J.C. Penney is in the mall, and Castor Nights, and that, you know, them was $75 pants that you had on. I was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck from the Goodwill. I don't give a fuck about. That's why, like, now, y'all, I'm not that person. You ain't gonna catch me with going and buying high end stuff, because that always got thrown up in my face, because that's something she would always do. I always had those nice clothes and stuff like that, like going to school, you know. And she made sure we went out of town to this place that they always had the new stuff before it actually hit the shelves and stuff like that. Like, it was. And I never, I guess maybe it was the bullying at school, because like I would go to school and I'd still be made fun of, because nobody ever seen the clothes that I had on. They never seen, because they wasn't in the stores yet. The shoes wasn't in the stores yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I even felt like she would dress me like that to where I would be made fun of. You see what I'm saying? So now a bitch will go to Walmart or City Trends and put outfits together, and I don't give a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck about you, like, a lot, you know, being all upset and things like this, and laughing at my hair, and because that's what she used to do. I was like always the butt of her jokes all the time. I remember like 2 months before our vacation, she would start tanning and buying bathing suits and stuff like. But she would buy it for herself, right? And I'm like, well, can you know, grab me one, whatever, right? She's like, well, I'm gonna have to see if I can. We're going on vacation. Like, I want to have some nice clothes to go as well. But it's like she had to pick them out. And y'all, listen, who puts polka dot and stripes together? I don't give a fuck if it come from JC Penney or Casanova or not. Who puts polka dots and stripes together? You should see pictures of me. It's like, what is... Yeah. It was very, very weird. Why wouldn't you put a little girl in dresses? She put me in pants and a collared shirt. And there's this picture, and she keeps telling me it's me. And I'm like, no, that's not me. I said, that's a little boy. Y'all, the little boy's got on blue jeans, the white hard-bottom shoes with a collared shirt, okay? I'm like, that is not me. That's not me. I don't care what you say. You're lying. That ain't it, right? So it's things like this, collective, when you start realizing, like, man, like, you really cruel than a motherfucker. Like, you are heartless. I remember whenever my daughter, whenever she first was born, she was like my little baby doll. She had dresses and the little stockings and the cute little shoes. I mean, I would just take the dress off because I wanted to try the new one on her. You know what I'm saying? And I would always like make sure that her hair was done, and child, not me. I don't even remember this woman sitting down and brushing my hair, giving me a bath. I don't remember none of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? Now I remember being with my aunt. They got killed when I was 10 years old. I remember being with her. Like, it's like patches of the childhood. You know how we always say, like, you can't remember certain things, but it's like patches of my childhood I didn't remember. Like, it's real strange. And it's like, but the parts that I do remember is with my aunt. She would give me a bath. She would feed me. She would teach me how to cook. She would take me riding. You know, we'd go places. But it was really, really strange. And like 6 years after she passed, I moved out of that household, and I got away. Yeah, and it was probably the best thing that I ever done. Yeah. And see, that's the thing, y'all. Sometimes it's a blessing whenever you got dropped off with somebody, because man, you never know what you was being saved from, right? And it's so wild because it was like me stepping out on my own, man. Probably saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Now that I look back on it, shit, it probably saved my life. You know, because something tragic could have possibly happened, and I would have never, and nobody would have never ever knew. But I got the hell up out of there. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight. There could be circumstances in your life the same way. It's okay for you to get away. I mean, what you got to lose? You gotta leave all that stuff behind. It's okay. That's why I don't even take it personal now, because I'm like, shit, how long you been trying to take my life? How long you been doing stuff, right? It's like, damn, you've been trying hard for real. You see what I'm saying? But, and then God will put a protector in your life. And a lot of times you have a physical protector that you don't even know that is taking the abuse for you. You didn't even know that this person was not only abusing you, but abusing everybody else around you. Yeah. Yeah. Because sometimes, you know, especially if you're living in a two-parent dynamic home, sometimes you don't know that that other parent is being abused because they're saving you from the other parent that you know that hates your ass. And you ran and you got away, collective, but now you got this other parent that's been left behind that's been abused, right? And you're sitting here and you're like, man, how can I get them out though? That, you know what I'm saying? They're over here taking all this pain and punishment for me, but they gotta be willing to leave too, right? Something about that. It's gonna be very, very important. But yeah, it's collective. Listen. When you see, you know what's going on. Just like myself, I ain't tripping about it. I just ain't finna let you get that close. You're not finna be on no paperwork. You ain't finna be on, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, she don't drive, okay? Luckily, she don't drive, okay? That'd be one of those moments where that motherfucker go get in the car and be like, come on, I'm coming to get you, bitch. No, we're not. No, she'll pull out just to make sure that car hits on my side. No, we good. I'm the driver. As a matter of fact, you ride in the car with them and I will meet you there. And I'm going to sit over here and you sit all the way over there. Y'all see what I'm saying? You have to create heavy, heavy boundaries with the psychopath that has already had the funeral in their head of you, right? And they're already figuring out what they're doing with the money and everything else, okay? I'm just telling y'all, it's really, really important. Yeah. And I feel like God don't punish us to give us the dreams. I feel like God is showing us, like, how many more times I gotta show you A, B, C, or D, right? Like, listen, they already done tried to poison you once. They already done this. They done did this. They done did that. I done sent 5 angels and spent 5 days trying to get your attention to let you know to get them people out of your house and away from you. Like I told y'all, 2 houses, 2 different spirits. The first house, it didn't even register. The second one, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, yes, you see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I don't know who that lady was, but that lady was protecting me. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Sometimes you have unknown forces that's protecting you and you didn't even know. Yeah, pay attention. Alright, y'all, I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for listening to my story time. And yeah, maybe somebody's going to get something out of it. Listen, when you know, you already know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to learn to play the game and just sit back and just smile at these idiots and be like, oh, okay. So that's what you've been doing. Okay, I'm going to go on and go. Let me get away from you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, collective, take care of yourself. And put yourself first. And just pay attention to what people say and what they do. You know, especially if you have people that like to overindulge like that, they gonna tell you their plans. Cause see, that's the thing, they can't sit with themselves. They gotta be around people. Cause see, that's another thing I noticed. Like when I come around, this person jumps up and gotta go downstairs, go somewhere. Can't sit in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, really strange because I irritate that demon that's within her because I know, and then I say certain things, and she's like, "Oh, she know. I gotta go." You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But these are battles they gotta fight. Okay, this is a war within them that they gotta fight, and y'all remember that you don't carry other people's burdens. It is what it is, and sometimes our presence is gonna irritate people, and you gonna watch that demon act the fuck out. Okay, it's just all about how you respond, right? All right, I love y'all. Talk to you later.